All right, let's dive deep into the latest from the San Francisco 49ers training camp because things are really heating up as we get closer to the season. The buzz around the team is definitely centered on injury updates and some impressive individual battles that have caught the eye over the past few practices. One thing is clear, the Niners are juggling a handful of key players dealing with setbacks, but there's also some fresh energy coming from the younger guys who are pushing hard to make their mark. Starting with the injury front, the 49ers had several notable absences during the latest practice session. Wide receiver Jawan Jennings is still sidelined with that stubborn calf injury that's been nagging him since spring. It's been a tough stretch for him, especially because he's entering the final year of his contract, which naturally brings a lot of speculation among fans about whether the injury is holding him back or if there's a bit of a contract negotiation game going on behind the scenes. But from what I've seen and heard, Jennings truly loves playing ball, and the injury seems legit. You don't fake a calf problem that keeps you off the field for this long, especially when you're as competitive as he is. Jacob Cowing, another wideout, is still out due to a hamstring issue, which will keep him sidelined for a few more weeks. His absence is a blow to the depth chart, but the team remains hopeful he'll be back in action as they approach the Raiders' joint practice and the preseason games. Running back Chris McCaffrey took a well-deserved rest day, which makes total sense given how much he was pushed last year. Remember, he only played in 4 games in 2023 due to bilateral Achilles tendonitis and a knee injury, so managing his workload carefully this offseason is key to keeping him healthy and effective. He's a vital piece for the Niners offense. So the team is wise to be cautious. Isaac Gendo, another running back, is out for a little while with a shoulder injury. That's a real shame because he's such a unique talent. Standing 6'2", weighing 220 pounds, and running a 43 in the 40-yard dash. His combination of power and speed is rare, but injuries have been a recurring theme with him. During his college career, which was mostly spent at Wisconsin and Louisville, he only started 1 game, so he's still very raw in the NFL. Last season gave us a glimpse of his potential, but also some rookie mistakes. Typical for a player still learning the nuances of Kyle Shanahan's complex running schemes. If he can stay healthy, he could be a big asset, but the history of injuries makes this a delicate situation for the team. On the defensive side, safety Gaia Brown is nursing an ankle injury, which is concerning given he just had off-season surgery to clean things up. Hopefully it's nothing long-term. Fullback Kyle Yush got stepped on during practice, resulting in an Achilles injury, but it's not the catastrophic kind. It's more like a cut or bruise from a cleat, so while it sounds alarming, the medical staff isn't overly worried about it. Yush is an important veteran presence in the backfield, often regarded as one of the best fullbacks in the league, so getting him back soon would be a big boost. Defensive linemen Evan Anderson and Kevin Given are also dealing with injuries. Anderson with a knee bruise and Given with a pec injury. Given's situation is tricky because pec injuries can be severe for defensive linemen who rely heavily on those muscles for pass rushing and engaging blockers. The good news is that his injury isn't a full tear, which means he's expected to miss some time, but not an entire season. Defensive lineman Sam Okwanu is sidelined for a few weeks with a groin injury, but showed flashes last year as a solid contributor, both at defensive end and tackle. Nick Bosa and Trent Williams both had rest days as part of the team's management of their veterans' workloads. Bosa was feeling a bit sore, which is understandable given how intense these practices are. And Williams is being carefully managed too, as he's been a rock for the offensive line, but needs to stay fresh throughout the grueling season. Quarterback Renardo Green is also out for a few weeks with an injury, with the hope that both he and Cowing can return by the joint practice with the Raiders or the preseason games. Green's absence means the 49ers will continue to lean on their depth at quarterback, which has been a focus in camp. Now shifting from injuries to the on-field battles, there's one name that has really been turning heads: Ricky Pero. When healthy, Pero looks like the most dynamic wide receiver on the roster right now. He's been absolutely dominant in one-on-one drills, showcasing the quickness and route running skills that made him such a coveted pick in the draft. The connection between Pero and the quarterback has been steadily growing, and last season's end showed some real promise for what this duo can become. Pero's ability to beat press coverage with quick feet and sharp moves makes him a nightmare for defenders. His explosive speed and agility are the kind of traits that make defenses sweat, especially in tight man coverage. If he stays healthy, Pero could very well be a cornerstone for this offense moving forward. Today's practice highlighted this perfectly when Pero hauled in a 50-yard bomb from M. Jones, the team's second-string quarterback. That kind of big play potential from Pero adds a new weapon to the Niners' arsenal and keeps defenses guessing. The battles between Pero and nickel cornerback Upton Stout have been particularly exciting. Stout, known for his speed and sticky coverage, has been tough to beat, breaking up passes and showing his physicality. He's the kind of corner who not only excels in coverage, but also comes up big against the run, which is essential for his role in the nickel defense. The competition between Pero and Stout is exactly what the coaching staff wants. Players pushing each other to elevate their games. Speaking of rookies, Carter Bradley, the son of the 49ers associate head coach Gus Bradley, has been impressing everyone. After Tanner Morai was released, Bradley stepped up and made a strong case for himself, including hitting Tariq Owens, son of the legendary Terrell Owens, for a long touchdown during practice. It's always interesting to watch these legacy players carve out their own path, and Bradley's performance shows he could be a reliable backup quarterback moving forward. On the defensive line, Bradley Anae, a fifth-round pick by Dallas in 2020, who struggled to find his foot in there, made some noise with 3 near sacks in practice. His presence as a pass rusher adds intriguing depth to the defensive front for San Francisco, a spot where they need impact players who can disrupt opposing offenses. All these developments paint a picture of a team balancing between managing injuries and discovering new talent that can step up when called upon. The depth is being tested, and the Niners will need these younger players to continue rising if they want to turn around last year's disappointing record. Health will be crucial, especially on defense where injuries have piled up in recent seasons. If they can stay relatively healthy and the emerging players maintain this level of performance, there's a real chance for the 49ers to compete for a playoff spot and maybe even go deeper. The story of this training camp isn't just about who's hurt or who's back on the field. It's about the shifting dynamics of the roster, the battles that will define the depth chart, and the flashes of potential from players who could be key contributors in the near future. The excitement around Ricky Pero's rise, the continued development of the running backs, and the fight on defense all set the stage for a compelling season ahead. The Niners are navigating a delicate balance between experience and youth, health and recovery, and it will be fascinating to watch how this team shapes up as the preseason moves forward. Continuing the deep dive into the San Francisco 49ers training camp, there's so much more to unpack as we examine the nuances of the roster and the progress the team is making. The broader context here is that the 49ers have a talented but somewhat fragile squad that is trying to shake off a disappointing 6-11 season and reassert themselves as contenders in the NFC. Injuries have been a significant theme, but the coaching staff and players are focused on building chemistry and refining the schemes that have made them successful in the past. The offensive and defensive units alike are in a state of evolution, with some promising new faces and established veterans working through the grind of camp. One of the more intriguing storylines this season is the way the coaching staff is handling the running back room. With Chris McCaffrey's limited playtime last year due to injury and Isaac Gendo's shoulder issue now sidelining him, there's a spotlight on how the Niners will manage their ground game. McCaffrey is a versatile back who thrives when healthy, contributing both in the run and passing games, but his durability has been a concern. The team's strategy to rest him and ease his workload is smart, especially considering the physical toll the NFL season takes on backs. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a major move that is already sending ripples throughout the NFL landscape, quarterback Brock Purdy has officially renewed his contract with the San Francisco 49ers through the 2030 season. The long-term extension not only reflects the organization's confidence in their young signal caller, but also highlights Purdy's commitment to the team's future. The announcement was made early this morning, with fans and analysts alike reacting swiftly to the news. Purdy, who burst onto the scene in 2022 after being selected as the very last pick in the draft, has since become the face of the franchise. His development and leadership have been key elements in the 49ers' recent playoff success. With the deal now finalized, Purdy will be anchoring the team's offense for at least the next 5 years, giving San Francisco a stable foundation at one of the most crucial positions in the sport. This move also sends a strong message to the rest of the league. The 49ers are building for the long term and have no intention of stepping back from their championship ambitions. The terms of the contract have yet to be fully disclosed, but early reports suggest it includes performance incentives and guarantees reflecting Purdy's growing stature in the league. Following the announcement, Brock Purdy took the opportunity to address the 49ers faithful directly, delivering a message that resonated with both heart and purpose. I'm fully dedicated to this team, Purdy said in a video posted to the 49ers official social media channels. I love this organization, I love our fans, and I'm ready to continue building something special here in San Francisco. His words struck a powerful chord with the fan base, many of whom have supported him since his surprising rise from third-string quarterback to starter. Purdy's message wasn't just a routine public relations gesture, it was a genuine expression of gratitude and determination. The 49ers supporters, known for their passion and loyalty, immediately responded with an outpouring of support across platforms. For Purdy, the connection with the fans seems to go beyond the typical player-supporter relationship. His underdog story, work ethic, and humility have made him a beloved figure in the Bay Area. By speaking directly to the fan base, Purdy not only reaffirmed his dedication to the team, but also strengthened the emotional bond that often separates good teams from great ones. His message was clear. This is just the beginning of a new chapter filled with potential and shared ambition. The timing of this renewal is also significant as the 49ers aim to capitalize on their current championship window. With a stacked roster, featuring stars on both sides of the ball, securing a leader like Purdy ensures continuity and stability. Head coach Kyle Shanahan and general manager John Lynch have been vocal in their praise of Purdy's leadership, football IQ, and composure under pressure. Extending his contract through 2030 eliminates any uncertainty regarding the quarterback position and allows the front office to focus on building around him. From a strategic perspective, the renewal gives the team flexibility to make long-term plans and lock in talent that complements Purdy's style of play. The move also sends a message to current and future players that the organization rewards performance and loyalty. Furthermore, it solidifies a culture of accountability and unity within the locker room. Players thrive in environments where leadership is clear and stable, and Purdy has proven to be a figure capable of inspiring that confidence. While the team still faces tough competition in the NFC, having a long-term answer at quarterback provides a distinct edge. In a league defined by parity and volatility, such foresight could prove crucial in the seasons ahead. Purdy's rise has been nothing short of remarkable. Drafted with the 262nd pick in 2022, he was initially viewed as a developmental project with limited upside. However, injuries to quarterbacks ahead of him on the depth chart opened the door, and Purdy seized the opportunity with astonishing poise. His rookie season saw him lead the team to an NFC Championship game appearance, silencing critics and earning widespread respect. What sets Purdy apart is not just his arm strength or decision-making, but his resilience and mental toughness. Teammates frequently speak of his calm demeanor in high-stress situations, a quality that has won him trust and admiration within the locker room. His evolution from Mr. Irrelevant to franchise cornerstone is a testament to his relentless work ethic and the 49ers player development system. By securing his services until 2030, San Francisco is betting on that trajectory continuing to ascend. Moreover, it gives the team consistency at the most scrutinized position in sports. In the often chaotic world of professional football, Purdy's story is a refreshing reminder that determination, preparation, and belief can rewrite narratives and alter the course of entire franchises. Looking ahead, the expectations will undoubtedly rise, but Purdy appears ready to shoulder that responsibility. With his new contract in place, all eyes will be on how he leads the 49ers through the next phases of their competitive journey. His words of dedication weren't just for show. They signal a mindset laser-focused on championships, legacy, and team success. The front office's investment in Purdy is both a reward for past performance and a projection of future excellence. The city of San Francisco, long known for its proud football tradition, now has a quarterback who embraces the pressure and responsibility that comes with wearing the red and gold. The challenge will be staying healthy, adapting to evolving defenses, and maintaining the hunger that drove him from draft afterthought to NFL star. But if the past few years have shown anything, it's that Brock Purdy thrives under pressure. With a loyal fan base behind him, a talented roster around him, and a clear path ahead, the next chapter promises to be just as compelling. One thing is certain. With Purdy at the helm through 2030, the 49ers' future looks as bright and determined as their quarterback. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.